together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Just me today, as we have a full card, a full-ish card for this time of year. Full MLB card. We have one Game 7 in the NHL. We have a Game 7 in the NBA. We also do have a Game 1 in the NBA as well, because we do have Cavaliers and Pacers kicking off tonight as well. First, a quick recap of yesterday. Not great. Baseball definitely wasn't good. Went 3-6-1, down 3.9 units. So definitely not the type of day that I wanted in baseball. As I'm also adjusting my record here for the scroller. It was down 3.9, so that would be down to that, and that would be like that, I believe. Yeah. I split out with the Pirates' first fives, the first five money line, the first five team total over. They win the first five 1-0. My bad. I won the San Francisco -2 play. That was nice. Miami -125 was a push. Arizona team total over 4.5. Arizona money line loser. Chicago, Milwaukee over 8.5 got hooked. A 6-2 win there for the Cubbies. Kansas City first five was a winner, and Kansas City first five, and then the double up on the Braves was a loser. First five in full game. No dice there. In the NHL, that one really hurt last night in the NHL playoffs as the Colorado Avalanche blow the 2-0 lead against the Dallas Stars. I lost the money line with the Stars, which I got -135 on. I lost the series prop with the Stars. I lost the Western Conference prop with the Avalanche. I lost the series, the money line, the series, the Western Conference, and the Stanley Cup all within that last period with the Avalanche. So that one really hurt. And then being a degenerate, or not a degenerate, but wanting some type of future still alive because all my cup futures are dead. I threw a quarter unit on St. Louis at 35-1 on DraftKings. So we'll see if St. Louis can make up for everything because it's been bad. So that one really hurt. But on the flip side, the other Colorado team did me really well yesterday. It was a rocking chair victory, double up on the Denver Nuggets money line and team total over as they dominate the Clippers. And don't look at that 120-101 score and think it was a 19 point. No, it was a complete blowout. The Clippers outscored the Nuggets by 8 in the fourth quarter when they kind of let their foot off the gas. So that is one thing to keep in mind. So overall, not a good day for me yesterday. Hoping today is a better day. It was just overall frustrating, especially with the Avalanche at the end of the night. So that one really hurt. But we'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into today's card. I don't know how to do subtitles. Supness was good. Lex was good. Lex, holy bad day. Yeah, it was. Down 8 units in the MLB. Ouch. Panthers versus Leafs tomorrow. Excited. I will be on the Panthers, and I would like to find a way to bet the Panthers to win the series. Unfortunately, they're -170 because the books know the Panthers are going to take care of business in that series. So unfortunately, they're giving us no bargains to bet them there. Hate to see a penalty within 4 minutes. Yes, exactly. That was extremely annoying to watch that happen with that. It is what it is. Yeah. You don't want to see games decided by a penalty in the last 5 minutes. And yeah, it was a penalty, but Also, that Rope Hintz penalty, or the penalty that led to the shorthanded goal for Colorado. That was, for me, that was a puck don't lie type of moment, because Rope Hintz looked like an NBA player the way he flopped on that one there. So, but it was just an overall frustrating game. You got to hold a 2-goal lead though. Let's go, Pop. How are you doing today? How you doing? Miko Rantanen, first NHL game. Yeah. First NHL Game 7 Hattie. Yeah, of course it was. You had a feeling he was going to do something. Stars, what a win. So my Leafs future is, but yeah, because they got a cupcake first round matchup. Unfortunately, my Stanley Cup futures lost to the reigning Stanley Cup champions, a Dallas Stars team that was one of the best in hockey, and the Carolina Hurricanes. I wish my futures were able to go up against the Ottawa Senators in the first round. I wish, but we don't get everything we want, unfortunately. I really don't want to revisit Stars Avs. Me neither. That one hurt. Let's move on. We'll get it started in the MLB, where we have a very interesting matchup here. The New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. It's a doubleheader today, but that's not what makes this interesting. It's Blade Tidwell on the mound for the New York Mets, taking on Eric Fetty. I'm getting up Blade Tidwell's baseball reference right now as we speak, so I can give you a breakdown on one of the Mets' top pitching prospects. On the flip side, we have Eric Fetty for the Cardinals. Take a look at the line history in this one here. It opened up Mets minus 130. It's now Mets minus 120. So we do have a move towards the St. Louis Cardinals. Line opened up in a 9 at even money. It's now an 8.5 minus 116. Let's take a look at the line, or the cash flow in this one here. See how much this line is truly moved, or truly been dictated by market, because I have a feeling this is one of those spots where maybe we might see some tickets on the Cardinals. No, 80% tickets and 68% cash on the Mets. Lines moving against them. I feel like we've seen this all year long. The public bets the Mets. The sharps are against the Mets, and the public wins with the Mets. There always seems to be that one team that doesn't matter, public, sharp, they just seem to win games. This year feels like the Mets. And then we have 99 the over. Don't know how much you can truly read into that one. We have Blade Tidwell, who was a second-round draft pick in the 2022 draft, out of the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, volunteer. He did pitch during spring training this year a little bit. He's pitched in Syracuse this year to a 5 ERA in 6 starts, 27 innings pitched, but he is projected to be one of the Mets' better prospects. And we saw during his spring training this year, I believe he was pretty good. But I believe he had an immaculate inning, if I remember right, in spring training as well. But looking at this spot, I mean, I am absolutely watching this game. By the way, this game, first pitch for this one's at 115. All the other games are like 135 range. I'm going to definitely be watching this one here to see how Blade Tidwell looks. Personally, I want to see him pitch first before I look to bet him or fade him or anything along those lines. I do think he'll be pretty good. I think he's just going to be a spot starter for right now before he gets a real role. I can't imagine Blake Tidwell gets a more consistent starting pitching role before Brandon Sproat does for the Mets. But with that being said, I'm not going to be taking anything in this game. I'm going to definitely be watching this game, though, to see how Tidwell looks at the major league level. So for me in this one, it's just at this point, I have grown so annoyed with how often the Sharps are against the Mets and the Mets keep winning. I am not going to fade the Mets just because the Sharps are against them. They're the team I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care if the sharp money wants to come in on the Mets all they want. Cool. The Mets still win those games for whatever reason. So that's enough for me to stay off in this one here if I'm looking to bet this game at all. I'm not looking to bet either Mets games because they do play a doubleheader tonight. And then they get to travel to Arizona tomorrow. Thank you, schedule makers, for nothing. But these games might not go either. That's another thing to keep an eye out for. Eric Fetty, this year has not been particularly great. 4.68 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 6.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%. 4.41 walks per nine, a 253 BABIP, a 4.79 FIP, and a 5.70 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Mets, hitting edge towards the Mets. 108 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 105, which is 13th. It's Mets or nothing. At this point, it's Mets or nothing. I'm not trying to read into the markets when it comes to the Mets anymore, because the markets have been wrong about the Mets so often this year. When all the money is coming in on them and they want to move the line against them, they've been so wrong so often. And they could be right on this one here. They're not going to be wrong every single time. But for me, it's enough for me to stay off in this game. Yeah, especially with it being a doubleheader. No interest here. Let's see. We beat a cupcake team. We beat cupcake teams. Next is Florida. Okay. Cards money line. All right. I'm complaining about the contest even though I'm not in it. LOL. Good morning. What's good? What's good? What's good, Turnsy? What's good? Mets run line. The Mets and the Cards are the Sharps v Public teams this year. Both keep winning. Oh, Cubs. Yes, Cubs. Yeah. Go Vols. Yes, go Vols. Pass. Cards money line. Can we see an MLB recap? Damn, I forgot to up. My record's not 100% updated for this one, but everybody else is. Everybody else is updated. Mine is going to drop. But here's the contest standings, the updated standings here. Where Ice X, how about that? All the way on top. I'm not that high. Trust me. I still have to update my 3, 6, and 1 day down 3.9 units. So let me quickly do that real quick. 3, 6, and 1. And then I was down 3.9 units, which would be 1.11, which bumps me down to there. Cool. So yeah, those are our standings right now for the MLB contest. For that, what's the Mets bullpen look like? I believe it's not terrible considering they're playing a million games in a million. Actually, it's fully rested. They had an off day. It's fully rested. Both teams are because the game was delayed. But yeah, how I think about the Indians when the Sharps are against them. Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. Absolutely. Yo, what's good, Markel? Did I lose my plan? Here's the thing, Markel, you did exactly what Victory Trades did. You put in the Tiger run line, and I didn't have any odds behind it. Because yeah, you put in Tiger's run line, but you did not put the actual odds on them. Unfortunately, I apologize. Which did it actually save you, or because I feel like the Tigers didn't win yesterday. Did the Tigers win? No, the Tigers lost. So you got bailed out because you didn't put the odds, but the play would have lost anyway. So Cards moneyline game 1. By the way, that's also the play I put in. All right. Clippers ain't come to play at all. No, they did not. Yeah. Nah, hell no. The Mets ain't shit. Cards wax they ass here. That was almost English, but okay. Victory really quit after 2 days. He's a joke. Yeah. He basically found any excuse not to participate. Isaac's nice. Yeah. I swore. No, you did. You didn't put it. You didn't put the odds in. Yeah. It's rigged. Ass Victory. Tigers lost, which is amazing. Yeah. We'll keep it going. Next game on the card, the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the San Diego Padres. The Pirates are favored again in this one here. Total of 9. The spot line opened up 120 for the Pirates. It's now 118. So we do have a slight move towards the Padres. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's now 9 in this one here. Taking a look at the line history in this one here. 67% tickets, or no, not line history, cash flow. 67% tickets, 74% cash on the Padres. The line is moving towards them. 99.99 on the over in this one as well. As we have, it is Andrew Heaney, the Heen Dog, taking on Stephen Kolek. Stephen Kolek. I have to find I'm grabbing up his baseball reference as we speak as well. But Heen Dog has been awesome this year. 2.5 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 7.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%. 2.25 walks per nine, a 213 BABIP, a 3.36 FIP, and a 3.73 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Padres. Hitting edge goes towards the Padres. Actually, I take that back. I don't have their stats against left-handed pitching. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick. Against lefties, the Padres are 13th, 99. Yeah, so they do have the hitting edge against lefties, 99 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to the Pirates, who are 28th in baseball against righties with an 82 WRC plus. Stephen Kolek on the opposite, are on the mound for the Padres here, was drafted in the 2018 MLB draft, 11th round out of the University of Texas A&M. He is pre-arb now. He made a couple of starts with the 2024 Padres. He went 3-0. Started he was in the bullpen. So looks like a bullpen day. He was in 42 games last year for the Padres, throwing 46 in the third innings, 2/3 innings pitch. So this looks like a bullpen day for the Padres versus Heen Dog in this one here. I do see advantage with the Padres bullpen here. So if you like the Pirates, like I kind of do in this game, I would limit it down to the first five, especially with the hitting advantage on the side of the on the Padres as well. And I'm kind of interested to see what this number is, first five, for what the first five has done in this game for those Buccos. Line opened up on a 115, it's now 130. So yeah, seeing a significantly more expensive price in the first five leads me to believe probably the first five is the better look rather than the full game. And if you would have done that yesterday, it would have been the same thing. Taking a look at what the trying to see what the would be. With the first five, what the best available first five money line would be. If my bet stamp crashed, cool. So I'm trying to shop around for the best available numbers. Let's see. There we go for today. Looking at the Pirates in the first five. We're looking at minus. I forgot. BetMGM is awesome. I just need to look at BetMGM. Minus 118. We go ahead and see that. See if that's correct. Sometimes it's incorrect, but most of the time it is correct. So let me go ahead and go into there so I can go ahead and bet it. Where it is, minus 118. Pirates first five. I'll go ahead and take them here. Buccos first five, minus 118 for this game. Padres money line. Pirates first five money line. Yeah, I like that Pirates first five look. These Padres hitters can tear lefties apart. Well, it's a righty. No, it is a lefty. Yeah, no, they're league average, 99 WRC plus. League average. Do the Padres have a lot of injured players? They have a few. They do have some injuries. Under here, I can see that. Padres bullpen has been near best in the league, and the Pirates. Yeah, I wouldn't talk you off of that either. Padres money line. Hey, as long as the Pirates are leading after 5 innings, the Padres can win the game. But they suck anyway. They suck away. Yeah. Warren and Nick, what's good, Untouchable? So much for the state of Colorado sweep yesterday. Yeah, that would have been nice. But unfortunately, yeah. Blues money line, no matter what today. One more for the road. I think my approach is going to be slightly different in that game. I have not bet it yet. I have not bet anything in that game yet. I did add Stanley Cup future at 35-1 last night with the St. Louis Blues. Wow, we're seeing some 4.5 totals. That's ridiculous. Wow, never mind. Okay. I was looking at the first period under, but not at minus 155. Or it's minus 140 on FanDuel. Do I dare grab an over 4.5 minus 190 in that game? Like, what the? Blues going to lose. That's really bold, considering that the seeing that it's minus 155, minus 160 for the Jets. That's really bold. Yeah. But we'll move on. Tampa Bay Rays taking on the New York Yankees. We have the Yankees minus 170 favorites with a total of 9 in this game here. Taking a look at the line history in this one here between Taj Bradley and Will Warren. This line opened up at a 175. It's now 166. So we do have a move towards these Rays in this game. Line opened up at a 9 minus 150. It's now 9 minus 104. So we have a move towards the under as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, 86% of tickets, 82% of cash is on the Yankees. Yet this line's moving towards the Rays. And then we have 99.99 on the over. Okay. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Taj Bradley taking on Will Warren. Bradley, a 4.58 ERA, 1.33 whip, 7.39 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3.82 walks per 9, and 286 BABIP, a 4.27 FIP, and a 4.47 SIERA. On the flip side, Will Warren, 5.63 ERA, 1.42 whip, 9.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 4.5 walks per 9, a 297 BABIP, a 4.04 FIP, and a 4.03 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes to the Yankees. The hitting edge goes towards the Yankees. 129 WRC plus, which is second, compared to 115, which is seventh. Not everything correlates here in this spot, because if you want to look at it this way, maybe the risk reward is there for taking a shot at the Tampa Bay Rays in this game at this number with the way the market's moving and the public all over the Yankees and the line moving against them. Maybe the risk reward is there at plus 150 full game. Or what would it be? Plus one, looks like plus 130 first 5. I think I would rather probably cut this down first 5 than full game, because I do like Taj Bradley a little bit more than Will Warren, even though the numbers suggest that Will Warren should be slightly better. But is slightly better worth a minus 160 in the first 5 innings. And I get it, the Yankee, and it'll cut out the bullpen for the Yankees, which is statistically better, and the bats for the Yankees, which are statistically better. So maybe this is a spot where if you want the Rays, you're taking them exactly how you would take the Pirates, and you take them early. You take them first 5. And I think the more and more I talk about, the more and more I'm interested in that. And I can get plus 130 on our good friends at BetMGM here for first 5s. I'm going to move on the Rays here early in the first 5 innings at plus 130. I think this is an opportunity where we see the Rays come out early, but then potentially the Yankees win the game late. But all I need is a good first 5 innings from Tampa Bay, and then we're good. I'm going to be on the Rays here, first 5 money line here, plus 130 in this game. I do think this is a nice spot here for the Rays to jump out early and potentially get the win here, and lead after 5 innings. So plus 130, I'll take a shot at the Rays here. First 5. Total drop, I think it shades over. Yeah, I can see that. Call me bold takes. There you go. Jets winning is a lock. The President's Trophy curse will not work this round. Nope, it won't. Yankee run line. Did you already show the records, the MLB contest records? Yes, you're 3-0. You're up there now. You did a good start for you. Over 9. Yankees money line and an over 9 parlay at plus 214. Rays plus 160. Nice. Connor anytime goal after he didn't do much in Game 6. If you like the Jets, you should be St. Louis team total over with a shot on the shutout. Yeah, I can see a Hellebuck shutout potentially. I wanted it to get involved in the first period under. It's just first period under minus 155. I see minus 140 on FanDuel. Do I really want to sweat out a play like that at that type of juice? I didn't realize that it was that low, honestly. So, I mean, I see this game being super tight. I think if you like the first period under, instead of laying minus 140, minus 150 for the first period under 1.5, maybe find a way to bet a first period under 1 or a first period shutout, 0-0 exact score. Maybe that's the way to approach it rather than taking any type of any type of, what do you call it? For a 1.5 or an under. Maybe it's you have to go a little bit more bold, and you have to go first period under 1 or first period 0-0 exact score potentially there. But we'll move on. We have the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Kansas City Royals. Cashed at the Royals' first 5 yesterday, as once again the Orioles cannot hit lefties. And I feel like this is a good series to take off of overs when it comes to the Baltimore Orioles, because when you look at it, it's more the Royals don't hit. But let's talk about it. Line opened up Baltimore minus 125 range. It's now 135. So we do a move towards Baltimore. Line opened up 9.5. It's down to a 9. So we have a move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, 57% tickets, 77% cash on the Royals. Yet the line's moving against them. 63% tickets and 62% cash on the under. Now, I understand why people would want the Kansas City Royals here. It's simple. You look at what Kyle Gibson did last game. He got lit up and smoked. He was terrible. Awful. Very bad. I think this is a great lineup for him to bounce back against. On the flip side, we have Michael Lorenzen for the Royals. And so far this year, 3.48 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, 7.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 3.48 walks per 9, a 287 BABIP, a 4.12 FIP, and a 4.38 SIERA. I'm trying to get up Kyle Gibson, what he did in his last start, because he's only pitched once, and boy, that was probably a start he would probably prefer to forget. As he went 3 2/3 innings pitched against the Yankees, gave up 9 earned runs on 11 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. It was also his first appearance of the year. He was still ramping up, and he didn't have a spring training. The bullpen edge goes towards the Orioles. The hitting edge goes towards the Orioles. 120 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 78, which is 29. I would like to back Kyle Gibson to bounce back in this game. And I think the way to do it here in this spot, because can we see Lorenzen? And I see a little bit of negative regression coming from Michael Lorenzen. So for me in this spot, I'm looking at the Orioles in this game, and they've priced them high enough where I feel like the -1's probably the way to go. You can lay -135 on them if you please. And I won't talk anybody off of doing that. But 135 and 155, what's the -1 line? Plus 109. I'm going to move on that once again over on our friends at BetMGM. Plus 109, the best available number for it. I'm going to take the Orioles on the -1 line in this game. For me, it's the public is on, or the more tickets, more money is coming in on the Royals. The line's moving towards the Orioles. We have a bullpen edge, a hitting edge, and the hitting for the Royals is terrible to a point where I think this could be a nice spot for Kyle Gibson to come in and pitch well. So I'm going to take a shot with the Orioles on the -1 line in this game. In this spot, you can lay the $1.35 if you want. If I'm taking a risk backing a team like this, I want a plus price tag next to the Oriole name right now, and I think this is a spot where I could do that. So for me, Orioles -1 at plus 109 in this game. Yeah, the only way I'm backing the Jets is an under, a team total under for the Blues, because this game is going to be close all night. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see a draw in this one as well. Same game parlay as first period, Winnipeg money line, St. Louis full game. Yeah, Nick, we disagree a lot in hockey, but you got to be all over the Canes, right? Yes, I already have 2 units on there, and I don't bet 2-unit plays. I bet 2 units on Carolina to win that series. And I will be on Carolina every single game of that series unless they win the first. Actually, no, because they start in Washington. So I will be on Carolina probably every game of that series for me. Of course, the draw, nothing says Game 7 like a good old draw. Orioles first 5 money line. Don't hate that. Baltimore run line. See, for me, I wanted the full game because I want the bullpens, because I do see a bullpen edge with the Orioles. And I want the bats as well because the way the bats are hitting for the Orioles against righties. Orioles run line, Orioles money line. Yeah. Or O's game, first 5 over. I could see that. Last time these teams play this season. Yep. These two teams are similar. So similar. Mid. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. I don't think we'll see either of those teams playing postseason baseball this year. And my Oriole no playoffs are off to a great start. But the Boston Red Sox taking on the Minnesota Twins. Paddock and Crochet, your pitching matchup here. Surprising line history is this one opened up at a minus 211, 12:37 this morning, and it's now down to a 187. Line opened up at an 8, minus 120. It's now 8.5, minus 120. So we do have a move towards the over here as well, suggesting Garrett Crochet is vulnerable in this game. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have 86% of tickets and 72% of cash is on the Red Sox. The line's moving against them. That's really interesting. And then we have 94 on the over with the line moving towards the over. That's not surprising at all. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Chris Paddock. I feel like Paddock's been better as of late. 5.6 ERA, 1.50 whip, 7.24 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 4.61 walks per 9, a 259 BABIP, a 5.86 FIP, and a 4.94 SIERA. On the flip side, Garrett Crochet, 2.05 ERA, 1.05 whip, 10.23 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 3.68 walks per 9, a 248 BABIP, a 263 FIP, and a 3.46 SIERA. The bullpen edge going towards the Boston Red Sox. The heading edge going towards the Red Sox. 111 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 78, which is 22nd. The markets are suggesting that the Twins are live in this game. I don't trust the Twins whatsoever, though. That's the big issue for me. Is the Twins are one of the more untrustworthy teams for me personally, and I have no interest in backing them, even at this number, in this spot. It would be Twins or no bet, but I'm not gonna click the Twins and put my hard-earned money on the Twins. That's just not something I'm currently interested in doing. So it is a lean towards the Twins in this one here. It is not a bet on the Twins though, and that's strictly market related for me. Even though the pitching edge is with Boston, I do expect positive regression a little bit from Paddock, and other than that, though, that's not enough for me to pull the trigger on the Twins. But I can see the Twins as a decent dog today. Be worth a shot, but not a game I'm betting. Let's see. I'm grabbing Capitals plus 2.5 game spread once they split game 1 and 2. Wouldn't that be even more expensive? No, they're not. The line's moved heavily against them. I'll probably put $50 on the Canes to win that series. Yeah, I've already put 2 units on them. Boston money line and parlay. There you go. Oilers over Vegas, right? Yes. Yeah, I think Oilers in 6. It's kind of interesting to see so far the 3 matchups that are already set. The team that starts on the road is favored to win the series in all 3. Carolina's favored over Washington. Florida's favored over Toronto. And Edmonton's favored over Vegas. That tells you, I think, so much about these series that home ice means nothing. But yeah. What are the odds for the Panthers to lose game 1 and win the series? Oh, I think they win game 1, but let's take a look real quick. Let's see. Series markets. Okay, that series is a pick'em now. Minus 115 for the Oilers. Series markets. Game X and series. Maple Leafs game 1 and Panthers to win series is plus 340. By the way, I wish I would have taken that plus 320 on Kings to win game 1 and Oilers to win the series. That would have been good. Lost last night betting on the Braves. So did I. Got Cleveland and Houston today. I hope I get it. There you go. VGK is a pick'em series is a pick'em. Yeah, it's -115. I saw -120, but yeah. VGK in 7. It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets. Canes in 6. I think Canes in 5. Canes in 5. Leafs winning it all. No. Panthers in 5. Yes. Leafs in 7. Dominant. Statement series. If it's a statement series, it's not going 7 games. I'm sorry. A statement series doesn't go 7 games. That's you squeaking out a series. That's not a statement series. I mean, did the Canes really play playoff hockey or just regular season since it was the Devs? Yeah, I can understand that argument. Absolutely. But it is what it is. Did the Capitals really play regular, or did the Capitals play postseason hockey, or was it just the Montreal Canadiens? So another thing to keep in mind as well. I could turn around and do the same thing with the other way around. We'll move on. Cleveland Guardians taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. It's a pick'em, total of 8 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one here. Bowden, Francis, and Tanner Bybee. Line opened up 108. It's now 116 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks, guys. Toronto Blue Jays. Line opened up in an 8, -105. It's now 8, -117, suggesting Tanner Bybee is vulnerable in this game, which Bybee's not looked particularly great this year. Taking a look at the cash flow, 53% tickets and 76% of cash is on the Guardians. So the sharp money's coming on the Guardians. Line's moving towards the Jays. Interesting. 99.99 on the over in this one here. Bybee, 4.36 ERA, 1.30 whip, 6.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 3.82 walks per 9, a 230 BABIP, a 6.47 FIP, and a 4.63 SIERA. Bowden Francis has not been particularly great either, though. 5.28 ERA, 1.34 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 2.64 walks per 9, a 247 BABIP, a 7.32 FIP, and a 4.40 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Blue Jays, hitting edge towards the Guardians, 100 WRC plus, which is 17th, compared to 86, which is 25th. Not a game I'm interested in, honestly. I was kind of looking a little bit at the Jays in this spot. I don't like the way the Jays are hitting righties, though. They've kind of struggled a little bit there. And I could see this as a spot where we see Bybee potentially be able to bounce back and pitch well in this game. Seeing the line move against the Guardians, though, is kind of concerning because I feel like if this line was moving towards the Guardians, the place the Guardians, but it's telling me the market's conflicted on the spot, which doesn't help me too much. And for me, I would like a little bit more confidence on a side on this game. I'm not going to be betting it. I think this line's probably priced correctly. It's just not a game I'm going to get involved with. Trying to be a little bit more selective in baseball, but yeah. Valid, touche. There you go. Blue Jays. Yeah. That was. Yeah, I didn't bet them. Yeah. I'll go 7 games for Carolina, Washington. We all know the playoff Canes are a mid-road team. I could see that. Yeah. But for me, where we see Carolina struggle the most is in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, I could see them getting bounced in 4 or 5 games against the Panthers again. Sure. What's the record for Leafs versus Panthers in the regular season? Oh, that's a good question. I would have to look that up. And we get to break that game down tomorrow. For that. So let's take a look. Right, that's tomorrow, yeah. So far, these two teams this year, head-to-head, they played 4 times. The Panthers won 3 of 4. They won 5-1 on November 27th. They won 3-2 on March 13th. The Leafs won 3-2 on April 2nd. The Panthers won 3-1 on April the 8th. So 3-1 Panthers in the regular season series. Cleveland money line, Indians money line, Panthers in 5 sounds about right. There you go. And the Blues are gone tonight. Probably Probably. Stolarz will not eliminate his former team. Indians money line. That's not saying much. There's no way the Blues win Game 7 on the road. Yeah. Stoli not letting his team win. His team win 1. Canes in 5 or 6. Yeah, I agree. Stop talking about the past. I mean, this is a way different Canes team. So many new players. Yeah, there are. And then Canes caps will come down to whichever goalie performs above average. Yeah. Which we know. I feel like Thompson's played ridiculously above his head this year. That might just be me, but it feels like Thompson absolutely has. But yeah, that's what it is. We'll move on. We have the Oakland Athletics taking on the Miami Marlins. -135 for the A's, total of 8.5 in this one here. JP Sears taking on Edward Cabrera in this matchup. Line opened up A's -121. It's now A's -116. So a slight move towards these fish. Line opened up 8.5 -120. It's now 9 at -114. So it moved towards the over here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game here. 80% of tickets and 76% of the cash on the Athletics. The line's moving towards the Marlins, making the Marlins kind of appealing in this spot. 99.99 on the over here as well. Edward Cabrera taking on JP Sears. Cabrera struggled this year. 7.23 ERA, 1.77 WHIP, 9.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%. 5.3 walks per nine, a 3.33 BABIP, a 5.65 FIP, and a 4.77 SIERA. 4.47. I do expect better from Cabrera. His walk rate is extremely frustrating if you are a fan of him. But other than that, he is overall not a terrible pitcher. On the flip side, JP Sears, a 2.94 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 8.02 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 1.6 walks per nine, a 271 BABIP, a 3.56 FIP, and a 3.80 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Oakland. Hitting edge, Oakland, 109 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 97, which is 14th. And for me in this game, I mean, I want to back Cabrera. I think Cabrera is somebody who is going to regress back to a more positive mean for him. And I do think he'll be a little bit more of a bet on than a bet against pitcher. I want to take a look at what this first 5 has done, because this first 5 kind of feels like it's moved slightly towards Miami. Public's all over the Athletics. I mean, they just won. The Fish did win off of Grand Slam last night. But I'm gonna go ahead. And this is another first 5 play, because I want to cut the game down basically when I'm and I think the biggest advantage here is having Edward Cabrera on the mound. So first 5, even money over on ESPN bet. I'm gonna take the Fish here in this spot. Fish first 5 plus 100. Let's see. Exactly, Rob. I almost took Marlins plus 400 when they were down 6-4. And Marlins money line. The Caps are a good team. It's going to be a war. The Caps are a good regular season team that took advantage of the Montreal Canadiens in the first round. I even backed them in the last game, the Capitals, because I knew the series was over. You know, I need the A's to win here. For my series, they should have won yesterday. Unreal. Yeah. The A's, that was rough. A's money line, A's run line. A's can hit. Yes, they can. Oakland Athletics series winner, Marlins versus Athletics, 3 games. Yeah. I don't hate that. I don't hate those props or those series props. I don't personally bet to them, but I definitely understand looking at a series like that. But yeah. Coming down to the last game again. Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me to see the A's win the game. I just want the Marlins early. Edward Cabrera, no Sears is open all day, baby. All right. We'll move on. Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks, -125 for the Phillies. Total of not 0 in this game. It's a total of 9. I just typed it in wrong. Let me go ahead and do that. There we go. Cool. So we have a total of 9 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one here between Ranger Suarez and Eduardo Rodriguez. We have this line opening up at a 136. It's now 152 for these fighting Phils. Line opened up at a 9.5, minus 105. It's now 9 at minus 104. So we do have a move down. We have Ranger Suarez making his first start of the year against Eduardo Rodriguez. 70% ticket, 64% cash on the Phillies. The line's moving towards them at least. 99.99 on the over. So another one of those spots where it's just ridiculous. Rodriguez, I expect better from Rodriguez. 6.06 strike ERA, 1.44 WHIP, 9.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 2.2 walks per nine, a 3.44 BABIP, a 4.06 FIP, and a 3.45 SIERA. This is Ranger Suarez's first start of the year, so he is a big question mark for me, which I think will ultimately keep me off of looking at the side in this game personally, just because, or looking at because when these pitchers are making their returns back, I want to see what they look like before placing a bet on them personally, because they can either look really, really good or they can look bad. And I know that's quite the analysis, but like with some of these pitchers, we don't know what they're going to look like off of injury facing major league hitters again. So this is a wait and see type of thing for me. I would lean Phillies in this game. The lines move dramatically towards them. I lean under in this game. I do think I would lean more towards Ranger Suarez pitching good rather than bad. But I'm not going to force action, especially when there's a pitcher that I haven't seen in a while. So I'll play here. Oh, yeah. I like Sears, but market is screaming fish, so hopefully the O's can pull this off. Or the A's can pull this off. Yeah. Maybe just A's money line. I'm not laying that much with the Marlins. Fair. Casper Rudd, Jack. Okay, good luck. I'm guessing that's tennis. Pass. Random question. Is Coyote a Canadian? I believe he's in Chicago, if I remember right. I think he's in Chicago. Ranger is Ranger. I like a Nerfy. Diamondbacks money line. All right. We'll move on. We had the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago Cubs. It's a pick 'em. Total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Shota Imanaga and Freddie Peralta. This line opened up at a minus 106 for the Cubs. It's now minus 117. Line opened up 7.5 minus 110. It's now 7.5 minus 114. So we have a slight move towards the over. We have a move towards the Cubs. 70% of tickets and 82% of cash on the Cubs. Line's moving towards them. 99.99 on the over. We just have a ridiculous amount of 99.99s. I want to take a look what this first five is. Line opened up minus 110. It's now minus 125. Love that. I'm interested in the Cubs' first five in this game here. Shota Imanaga, 2.77 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 6.92 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%. 3 walks per nine, and 220 BABIP, a 4.87 FIP, and a 4.62 SIERA. On the flip side, Peralta's been awesome. 2.52 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 9.38 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 3.2 walks per nine, and 232 BABIP, a 3.79 FIP, and a 3.72 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Milwaukee. Hitting edge, though, Cubs, 119 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 78, which is 21st. I'm interested in the Cubbies' first five in this game. I like Imanaga, even though I do project potential negative regression for Imanaga. I don't know if the Brewers are that team to take advantage of it with their 78 WRC plus against left-handed pitching. They don't generally hit lefties that well, and I think that leads to an opportunity where the Cubs can take advantage with their huge advantage hitting wise in this game and be able to hit off of Freddie Peralta. And we also know how good the Cubs have been in the first five this year. Their bullpen sucks, so I would like to avoid that there. So for me, in this game, I'll go ahead and I'll take the first five Cubs money line in this game for this spot, and at minus 115 over on ESPN bet. That'll be the best available number there. Minus 115 ESPN bet, Cubs first five. Cubs over 9, minus 104. Chicago, yes. Cubs money line, Brewers money line. Brewers only 2 runs in the past 3 games. Yikes. All right. Respectfully today. Okay. We'll continue on. We have 6 games remaining in the MLB, where we have the Chicago White Sox taking on the Houston Astros. We have the Astros minus 185 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. We have a return where this is an interesting matchup here, and I agree with the way that the Astros have done this year. Lance McCullers Jr. is making his return to a big league mound for the first time since Game 6 of the 2022 World Series. That's incredible that it's been that long since he has pitched, and he's still in the majors. And he's been recovering from multiple injuries throughout this time. So his journey back was a very, very long one. So I am very, very interested to see what he looks like. I am. This line opened up at a 210. It's now down to a 182. So we have a massive move towards the Chicago White Sox. Line opened up 8.5 minus 104. Got down to an 8, back up to an 8.5, and it's moved 6 cents towards the over. Looking at the cash flow in this game, 97.97 on the over, 87.88 on the Astros, and the line's moving towards the White Sox. We have Bryce Wilson on the mound for the White Sox, a 5 ERA, 1.78 whip, 5.5 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%, 4.5 walks per 9, a 3.33 BABIP, a 6.41 FIP, and a 5.16 ERA. Bullpen edge, Houston. Hitting edge, Houston. 95 WRC plus, which is 22nd, compared to 84, which is 26. I understand the line moving towards the White Sox because people see Lance McCullers Jr., forget he played Major League Baseball, and think he's going to struggle. Personally, I could see him struggling in this game. I think the Astros did a great job giving him probably one of the easier matchups you could have given him for his first game back in a while. But that doesn't mean that he's just going to go out there and pitch well just because he's going up against the White Sox. And I do think the White Sox can hit him a little bit in this game. And the markets do too, with the line moving the way it has towards them, towards the White Sox in this game. And you can get plus 105 for a first 5 plus a half if you want that with the White Sox. This is Chicago or no bet for me. This is another spot, though, is what is McCullers going to look like in this game? And I would rather sit back and watch and see what he's going to look like rather than guess what he's going to look like. And I think that'll lead to me not betting this game, but it's Chicago first 5 plus a half if I am betting it. That would be the only way I would look at it. So for me, it's a small lean towards that, but I don't think it's one I'm getting involved with. It's not funny. Okay. Astros run line. I mean, he asked. Who's a slanty? Imanaga. I was wondering who McCullers was when I looked up the matchup. LOL, it's been that long. Yes, Chicago spot. I won't need, Chicago White Sox money line and reverse run line. Whoa. Yeah. I'm very interested in joining on that White Sox look. I am. I think the White Sox are the look in this game. The more and more I think about it. And is the volatility in the spot big enough to just say White Sox money first 5 money line plus 150? I'm gonna pull the trigger on that plus 150. I think the risk reward is there for someone who hasn't pitched in almost 3 years. The risk reward is there plus 150 with the White Sox in the first 5. Let's move on. Good matchup in this one here. We have the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. Minus 175 for the Rangers, total of 8.5 in this game. Jacob deGrom and Logan Evans. Your pitching matchup in this game here. This line opened up 170. It's now 172 for the Rangers. So the line's moved slightly towards Tejas in this game. Line opened up at an 8.5, went down to an 8, back up to an 8.5, and it's moved 14 cents towards said over in this one here. Taking a look at the here because we do have Logan Evans on the mound. I want to get up his numbers and everything like that. But we do have cash flow here. 48% tickets and 69% cash is on the Mariners in this game. 95 and 94 is on the over in this spot as well. We have it's not Logan Gilbert, is it? I was thinking I thought it was Logan Evans. Why did it why is it showing me Logan Gilbert when I want Logan Evans? Because I think he's pitched only like once or twice this year. Let me go ahead to Baseball Reference. Logan Evans, who was one of the top prospects in the Mariners farm system and I think the top pitching prospect in the Mariners farm system, who was drafted in the 12th round in 2023, and he's already up in the majors. That's crazy. He went to the University of Pitt. There, he has pitched once so far this year. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts in that game. On the flip side, now he gets to go up against arguably this generation's best pitcher, Jacob deGrom, who has been pretty solid this year. 2.73 ERA, one whip, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 26%. 1.91 walks per 9, a 253 BABIP, a 3.78 FIP, and a 3.29 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Texas. Hitting edge, though, Mariners, 137 WRC plus, which is number 1 in baseball, compared to the Rangers, 82 WRC plus, which is 27th against righties. The Rangers are just not hitting this year, and they've really struggled because of that. The pitching is awesome for the Rangers, though. That is one thing to keep. I think that potentially the Mariners can jake in this spot. And that wouldn't surprise me to see the Mariners be able to put up some runs, because they've been able to put up runs pretty consistently this year. They're one of the best teams in baseball offensively this year, which is really weird to say. It's 3.5? Wow, 3.5 minus 110 for a Mariners team total over. I kind of lean towards that direction. It's taking the Mariners team total over 3.5 in this spot. And just taking the equation of what does Logan Evans do out of it. It's Logan Evans. I do think we could see pretty decent from Logan Evans. But is this a spot that I'm going to force action on? No, it is Seattle team total over or nothing. That would be the only way I would look at this game. But not enough for me to go ahead and bet it in this spot. But it would be only a team total over here with the Mariners at 3.5. Hey, I hope so. Go White Sox. White Sox win by margin. Just follow the trend that Timmy mentioned. What do you mean? Mariners 5-0 versus the Rangers last 5. Yeah. I'm not going ham on one unit there. And gotcha. Pass. I saw Logan Evans. Yes, it's Logan Evans. Probably a juiced Nerfy, but it's DeBum. It's DeGrom. He's been good. Stop the can now. I might use Chicago first 5 money line for the contest. There you go. Mariners money line. I don't hate that. I'm actually kind of interested in the Mariners. Actually really interested in the Mariners. I'm interested in them. I am interested in this game as well. You guys should know where we're going in this one. We have San Francisco Giants taking on the Colorado Rockies. Minus 365 for the Giants with a total of 7.5 in this game. So you guys know exactly where we're going here. Line opened up at a minus 300. It's now minus 360, minus 365 for Los Gigantes. Line opened up 7.5 minus 110. It's now 7.5 minus 107. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where I anticipate everybody's on the Giants. 94% tickets, 94% cash on them. 99.99 on the over. German Marquez taking on Logan Gilbert. A massive pitching edge. And here's the thing, and it'll correlate with the line we're getting on them. Everything is advantage Giants in this game. German Marquez has been batting practice, 9.82 ERA, 2.06 whip so far this year. 5.26 strikeouts per 9, which is 12%. 4.21 walks per 9, a 4.06 BABIP, a 4.56 FIP, and a 5.34 SIERA. On the flip side, Logan Webb, 2.83 ERA, 1.21 whip, 10.89 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%. 2.4 walks per 9, a 3.62 BABIP, a 1.77 FIP, and a 2.58 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Giants. Hitting edge, Giants. 99 WRC plus, which is 20th, compared to 62, which is dead last in baseball. But you guys know exactly where we're going for this one. And yes, I am well aware it has not been good this year. I know. It's not been good this year. But with that being said, going back to it here, No team should be minus 300 in baseball, especially the Giants. Like, the Giants have been good this year, but I don't think they're minus 300 good this year. And we are getting a plus 260 from ESPN Bet in the first 5, and we're getting plus 300 on ESPN as well. So we're doubling up on the Rockies here. First 5 plus 260, full game plus 300 for me on this one. Yeah. DeBum put some respect on his name. Yes, that's a Hall of Famer right there. Borderline. Rockies money line. I have to take Orioles bounce back. Yes. Yeah. Mariners nerfy of the day. Yo. What's good, Joe Kryptonite? Rockies first 5. We did NHL and NBA already? Nope. No. Yeah. Rockies plus 314. No team should be minus 300 in baseball. Yep. Rockies first to score prop in and out. There you go. LOL, I can make fun of him, his name, like LeBum. No, there's the difference between DeGrom and LeBum, for sure. But we can continue on with baseball. 3 left in the card. The Detroit Tigers taking on the LA Angels, minus 170 for the Tigers, total of 9. In this one here, we have Reese Olson taking on Jack Kohanowitz. In this one here, line opened up 160. It's now 175 for the Tigers. Line opened up at a 9 at plus money, but it immediately went down to an 8.5, and then back up to a 9. The line has moved towards the over since the opening line. 97% tickets, 98% cash on the over. Shock. 86 and 77 on the Tigers in this one here. Reese Olson, 3.55 ERA, 1.24 WHIP. 8.73 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%. 3.82 walks per 9, a 295 BABIP, but 2.99 FIP, and a 3.82 SIERA. On the flip side, Jack Kohanowitz, 5.29 ERA, 1.45 WHIP, 5.29 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%. 3.34 walks per 9, a 287 BABIP, a 5.62 FIP, and a 4.97 SIERA. Bullpen edge Tigers, hitting edge Tigers, 110 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 89, which is 24th. I mean, the Tigers should win this game. It's just, are the Tigers too expensive in this spot to back? They should win. They should cover. Everything should be all Tigers in this game, especially coming in off of the loss yesterday. I just don't want to lay this type of number on the road with the Tigers. If I'm laying this type of number on the road with the Tigers, I need Scooball on the mound. Pretty plain and simple. And for me in this game, it is Tigers or nothing. It is. But with that being said, I mean, laying, what is it, minus 165, minus 170 on the road with them, or it's even money for the run line. I guess it's run line or nothing, but I mean, I'm A-okay not laying this number on the Tigers. So it's a pass here. Let's see. There you go. Oh my gosh, a Joe Kryptonite sighting. There you go. Warriors close it out. All right. What up, Untouchable? Not much. Just hoping for the big dogs tonight to win the playoffs. There you go. Jose Ramirez plus 480 home run. All right. Trey Turner over 1.5 hits at plus 210. How's the CBA, Joe? WNBA coming again? Yeah. Player props. Yeah. Tigers money line to parlay. Pass. Who do we parlay the Tigers with? If you want to parlay the Tigers, Orioles could be a look. I don't really see any huge favorites to do that with. LOL, the Tigers about to get the broom. No, they won the first game against the Angels. Go Angels! After they won a game, yeah. Tigers beat this Angels team. How would they get swept? Yeah, they've split the first 2 games. I've been way out of it. All right, fair. Tigers, Yankees, money line parlay. All right. Tigers, yeah. Let's do it, Joe. Golden State, St. Louis for big bucks. The special blue and gold parlay today. I did Denver, St. Louis yesterday. There you go. But we'll move on. We have the Washington Nationals and the Cincinnati Reds, minus 110 for the Reds, total of 8.5 in this one here. 2 games remaining in the MLB. Taking a look at this line history in this game. Mackenzie Gore and Nick Martinez. Line open up 110. It's 108. So really no line movement here. Line open up 8.5 minus 120. It's now 8.5 minus 113. So a slight move towards the under in this game here. 97, 96 is on the over. 67, 55 on the Reds in this game. So not overly public. Mackenzie Gore has been awesome this year. 3.51 ERA, 1.10 whip. 12.95 strikeouts per nine, which is 36%, 1.98 walks per nine, a 3.41 BABIP, but 2.52 FIP, and a 2.28 Sierra. On the flip side, Nick Martinez, 4.68 ERA, 1.35 whip, 7.16 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 3.03 walks per nine, a 3.02 BABIP, a 4.09 FIP, and a 4.4 Sierra. 4.4 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Reds. Hitting edge goes towards the Natties. 100 WRC plus, which is 18th, compared to 92, which is 15th. I kind of want to take a look what this first five is for Washington, because that's kind of my lean in this spot would be Natty's early in this game. Nick Martinez does not look the same after he was a big-time moneymaker for us last year. The fact that the Nationals are favored in the first five but not in the full game tells you, I think, a lot that they expect the Nationals bullpen to cost them the game in this one here. Wouldn't talk anybody off of a double result. Nats first five, Reds full game. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a shot here with the Nationals early, first five in this one. Minus 115 over on the ESPN bet. I'll take them. I think the biggest edge we have in this game is Gore over Martinez, which is where I'd like to attack. The Nationals bats, I think, can get to Martinez, where I think the Reds bats will struggle with Gore. So for me, it's Nationals early in this game. And maybe when they pull Gore, then you may grab a live money line on the Reds. But for me, first five money line with the Nats here. Natties first five. First to score prop Nationals. Yep. Nats money line. Mackenzie Gore day. Gore over Ks. Mackenzie Gore over 6.5 Ks. Fair. And yeah, I mean, I see Gore pitching well in this game. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm on the Nationals early for this one here, and we'll move on. Final game of the day: the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. The Dodgers looking to break out those brooms today. We have the Dodgers minus 135 favorites, total of 9. Looking to complete, I believe, the season sweep over the Atlanta Braves. We have Bryce Elder taking on Dustin May. This line opened up at a 130 to 129, so really no line movement on the side. Line opened up in a 9, it's now a 9.5, so we have a move towards the over here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, 84% tickets, 77% of cash on the Dodgers. Line's not moving. 61 and 75 is on the over. Line did move towards the over in this game. Dustin May, a 3.95 ERA, 1.24 whip, 7.24 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%. 3.95 walks per nine, a 266 BABIP, but 3.26 FIP, and a 4.26 Sierra. On the flip side, Bryce Elder, 5.33 ERA, 1.41 whip, 5.33 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%. 3.33 walks per nine, a 259 BABIP, a 5.89 FIP, and a 4.70 Sierra. Bullpen edge Dodgers, hitting edge Dodgers, 128 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 104, which is 14th. I would only look towards the Dodgers in this game, probably on the -1 line, if I had to bet anything in this spot. And for me in this game, it's just I don't feel the need to force action on it. On the Dodgers in this one, it'd be probably Dodgers or Dodgers team total over. So I would lean in that direction, but not going to bet anything in this game. It'd probably be Dodgers team total or nothing, but it's nothing for me. In this one here. 1 second. All right. And I'm also transitioning over towards the NBA for markets. But we'll head back to the chat and then we will get into NBA. My boy Mackey on the mound. Nerfy. I can see that. Dodgers money line. Baltimore money line. Fair. The weak link Elder. I'm not so high on May either. Yeah. Pass lean Dodgers. Should be a Yurfie with Ginger Boy and mid Elder. Yeah. Dodgers money line, just give it to me. Fair. Yeah, I would only look towards the Dodgers. Let's get it started here with game number 1, Cleveland Cavaliers, Indiana Pacers. The Cavs -8, total 229.5 in this one. Taking a look at the line history in this one here. Line opened up at a 8. Still an 8. It's moved 4 cents towards Cleveland. It opened up -110. It's now 114. Line opened up at 228.5. It's 229.5. So a slight move towards the over. 86 and 86 is on the over. 58 and 57 is on the Cavaliers. Now, the Cavaliers, they took care of business. They swept the Heat. That was relatively easy. And the Pacers took, I think, one more game and one more day to get their series done, where they had where they won in 5 against the Bucks. The Cavaliers have done. The Cavaliers were the best team in the East this year, 68 and 18. Cruising, they went 4. Obviously they swept the series, and they went 3-1 ATS. They didn't cover game 2 against the Heat, but they covered every other game. And for the Pacers, they won 4-1 in that series. They didn't cover, obviously, game 3 that they lost. We were on the Bucks in that spot. And then game 5, they won, but they didn't cover. So far this season, these two teams played each other 4 times. And it was all in 2025, January 12th, 14th, April 10th, and 13th. So these two teams have played each other all 4 times this year in this calendar year. The Pacers won 3 out of 4 against this Cleveland Cavaliers team. So they did, and they were dogs in all of the games here. For me, it's Pacers or no bet in this one here. I think game 2 will be a better opportunity betting-wise for this series than game 1. So I think ultimately it'll be a stay off for me and watch what happens in game 1 and then maybe attack game 2. If Cleveland loses game 1, definitely bet Cleveland in game 2. If it's a blowout, maybe you back the Pacers to bounce back in game 2. I think watching game 1 will allow us to have a better insight for game 2. So I'll ultimately not betting this one. Maybe it's a Pacer team total over. Maybe it's a full game over, something along those lines. But I'm going to stay off. It'd be Pacers or no bet probably for me. It would be my lean, but I'm not going to force action on the NBA. I'll probably be more interested in the NHL around that time. So for me, no play. Wait to live bet the Cavs money line at a better price. Fair. Cavs team total over. Wait for not to bet this game. Yeah. If I'm playing, I'm laying -8. No bet. Yeah. This is the game that everybody's looking at, though. We have the Golden State Warriors taking on the Houston Rockets, -2.5 for the Rockets, total 205.5. This line opened up at a 2.5. It got up to a 3, back down to a 2.5. Line opened up at a 200.5. It's up to a 206. I want to take a look what the money line is here in this spot, see if the money line is bettable in this game. It opened up at a 135. It's a 132 for the Rockets, so a slight move against them there. I have no cash flow in this game because Action Network's being completely fucking useless with this and giving me nothing on anything in this spot. I think the Rockets win the series. I think the Rockets use their momentum from their last 2 wins. They come back home here for game 7. They're favored. I think they can take care of business in this spot. They've won the last 2 games. They won by 15 in game 5. They won by 8 in game 2. I've been pro Rockets this series. And I think I would like to finish the series being pro Rockets. And I would like to take the Rockets on the money line. Just win. And just ask them, just win for me in this one. That would be my lean in this game. I want to take a look. Has Tim put up anything NBA-wise? I'm curious. Tim has not. Okay. But for me, I want to back the Rockets in this game. I think all the momentum is in their direction. And I've been pro Rockets all series long. And I'm going to end the series being pro Rockets. -135 over on Bet365. I'm going to take Houston in this game. I'm going to leave the points. I'm just not going to worry about them covering 2.5. And I'm fine with the 135 price tag for this one. So Rockets money line -135 for me in this game. Maybe if the Cavs win the first half money line, the first half over. Fair. Go Rockets. Wait till I bet the Rockets money line at +200 range. Fair. Rockets. Jimmy's hurt. Hey, I'm fine with that. Final game on the card, the NHL Game 7. St. Louis Blues taking on the Winnipeg Jets. My original plan for this was bet the first period under and then sweat out my Blues props. And I don't think I can do that in this spot because we are looking at a first period under. Is it still 140? I want to see if is it any more bettable? No, it's minus 156 now, minus 155. I can't do that. Personally, I just can't. And for me, at this point, I mean, we've watched how much. Now I get why the line's moved the way it has because they're expecting Scheifele back, and they are expecting to get some players back from injury in this game, and that's why the line's moving the way it is. And at plus 115, I didn't really feel like taking St. Louis there. I just sweat out my props. At plus 150, I'm taking the Blues. At plus 150, I'm absolutely taking the Blues in this spot here. And for me, I think Big Game Bennington steps up in this spot here. And we're getting, wow, plus money for this. Makes me curious what the alternative number is for this one at a 3. I want to take a look what the Winnipeg Jets team total is and take an under. I think this is a big game Benny type day. And I want to see what totals. Winnipeg Jets goals 3 minus 135. It's a little expensive. I thought it was gonna be a little bit better of a price. Let's take a look at what Bet365 is offering real quick before we just move on. I kind of want to look at that Jets team total under as well. Let's go total team totals. Blues, Jets. No, that's not going to be anywhere remotely close to bettable. Minus 225 and plus 120. No, minus 148. No, I'd be better off on the minus 135 for the under 3, or just take them under 2.5 runs or goals. Take them under 2.5 goals. In this spot, I think this is big game. Benny steps up. I'm gonna double up on it here in this one. 2 plus 20 spots. Jets team total under 2.5 plus 120, and the Blues money line at plus 150. And for me, it's I can't believe I trust Binnington more than I trust Hellebuck in the playoffs. We've seen Binnington have success. We see Binnington thrive in Game 7s. We saw him thrive against the United States in the Four Nations Face-Off Championship. We saw him carry a team to the Stanley Cup back in 2019, winning Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. He's been there. He's gotten the results. I think this is a big game, Benny type of game. And I'm going to be on the Blues plus 150 and the Jets team total under 2.5 at plus 120 for this one here. But that'll be me. Blues money line. Yep. Dylan Brooks over 9.5 points. Rockets money line. Steven Adams under 7.5 points. There you go, my fun parlay. Blues team total over 2.5. I can see that. The big Zag theory. I heard Scheifele will not play. The whole world on the Blues. Good times. I don't think they are. I mean, all the lines just moved dramatically towards the Jets, but whatever you think. Snuggerud under 5, go Jets. I think minus 155 Jets, but only a lean, no bet. Kyrou goal. No, they're not. They're not ace. Everybody wants the Jets to fly high and win tonight. Yeah. Cole Perfetti. Got to find bargain bins for guys for the goals. Yeah. Braden Shen over 1.5 shots on goal. Broberg anytime point. Kyle Connor goal. I wonder if friend of the show Binnington is nervous. I think he's fine. Benner wants the road smoke. Take Stars money line against whoever. Here's the thing, though. If this was a sweep, if one of these teams swept, yeah, I would be looking at the Stars game 1 if they went 7. But no, I'm good. But that is everything for today's card. If you guys have not already, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB, which is every single morning anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. that's going to wrap it up for this one. Want to thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll catch you guys same time, same place tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. May the force be with you. Happy Star Wars Day, everyone. Good luck.